start to drop it. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And, right away, he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Gallman. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
and they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Darius Stewart now on the return. And some room to roam now. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Now that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jordan Leggett the target there. And that'll make it third down.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And now out come the Giants. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Watch it now, Barney.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A first down throw, Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stewart. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Darnold from the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pick. Up there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Darnold. It's caught. It's Stewart. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And his pass incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played, it's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
Detroit! 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 All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On the toss, there goes Gallman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Watch it now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw, and that is incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's the backup Lauletta. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas true blue on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Rosas now to kick this one away. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Ball comes back to those. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Yeah! 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Walletta looking to throw on second down. Open man right side is Ingram. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now here's Walletta. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First and goal, Jonathan Stewart. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. but it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On second down, here's Lauletta, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And a rout is on here in this first half. Rosas now to kick this one away. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On second down, Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Being chased out left. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
On first and 10, Darnold nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work, And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle?
Detroit!
That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Over!
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Rosas puts this one through. And their lead will swell up to 28. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the Jets set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Patriot!
On 1st down, Darnold. Anuno's got it, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Let's make these babies cry. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Darnold. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Darnold down to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A gain of 8 and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
Super toe.
Now Lawletta on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
It's Lawletta off play action. Wide open receiver complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Coming off play action, Lawletta. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Henry Anderson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lawletta after the interception. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up, nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they send some blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Alec Ogletree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Alec Ogletree in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Loletta nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game, and you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better, and now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Darnold from the gun. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw, Darnold. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. This is Stewart again. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Loletta. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
But that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
But they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games.